Now or never. Do or die. Sink or swim. Other analogies. Alright, we are live. We are live. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, to another random live stream. Coming right at you. Polymer clay artist. We're going to give this dinosaur some head. I mean, we're going to put the head on the See, you influenced me. You told me that you were trying to tell me silly names to name the video, and then I accidentally said that. I'm being inappropriate. Oh, and I did it live, too. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm basically doing something very short in this stream. I'm going to show you some of the texturing I got on this. I textured this, honestly, if I'll be completely honest with you, only put 3 or 4 hours into this texturing. I should have did way much more texturing, but I'm really happy with how it looks. I'll do a little look-see so you can see. We'll go a little around. We'll go around a little bit. I don't know if I have the focus set perfectly for this. I have a couple freckles here. I don't know. Am I going to leave those things or not? It's like the only one in the whole body, and that one's not even the same color. I can peel it off at the last second, but it's been brushed down and everything. It's got some light texturing on the back, and I did do some texturing underneath a little bit. Not hardcore. It's mainly a focal point on the looking down on it in any other direction. Okay, so here's where my focus was set. Alright, we have a viewer. Yes, a viewer, yes. Okay, so in this very short stream, well, in theory, this is going to be a short stream. I want to do this live because it's fun. Because there's no chance for, you can make mistakes during live, and I like this. I like the pressure. But I have all my pieces here set up. I did add some extra clay to this. To give me plenty to set the top and bottom mouth. This is going to be crushed onto this tongue, okay? Something I did really quick too is I took my pliers and I broke off the corner. I just wanted to get it to where I was kind of looking at it. If you look at the back side of this, where they kind of come together, they need to almost touch, but not quite touch. Do you see how that looks? Like if I put okay, there's how it looks side view, where the teeth are touching. And now if I rotate it, do you see how that's a very little amount of space? Obviously it don't need to be flat, like where it's completely mated like this. And this is plenty thick enough to where I'm going to be, when I smash it down on this, it's going to crush this. It'll crush some of my wavy stuff that I did in the back of here. It'll crush a little bit of that. And this is really shallow, and there's not much going on with this in itself. My plan, my goal is I want it to have plenty of a long neck. Like a long-necked dragon. The dinosaur. Turkey. Whatever the thing is. I want it to have a long neck. So, obviously, let me put it back over here because that's where focus is. If I set it right here, that'll make, gotta do side view. Hold on. It's kind of side view. Something like that. So this is going to be, I'd like to use this little U thing that I put right here. Basically that, see I'll hold this sideways like this. It's going to be crushed onto this U thing for the extra support. I'm having it set to where it's kind of got a tilt to it, just for characteristics. It doesn't need to be pointing perfectly straight and everything. Maybe he's tilting his head. But see how that looks? So when I crush all this down, the back of this mouth, which is the closest part together, will be on this somewhat, this form of stability. Which, if you missed it, have you ever never seen this? This is, I don't want to touch it. It's a U. It's just a wire that's bent over into a U. If you're just tuning into this, I've streamed this entire thing, sometimes to one people. So you can go back and you can watch the entire thing, how I did all of this. Of course, the parts where I messed up and used electric tape. When I get ahead in watch time, I'm going to be fixing the first and second video of this series. So my goal is to, like I said, I want to crush this. I don't want to put it back further like this. See, the tongue goes like this. I'll start putting it together. The tongue sits in here like this. Like that. It pretty much just occupies that area. It don't need to do anything special. And I'm going to put a slant in the middle of it, a detail, before I get going. So then if we hold this up here after that, see where the bottom of the, okay, let me turn it. Do you see how I'll tilt it so you can see. The wire, the end of the U thing, I want to land at the base of these pieces that I made. So if we're using this one, the top, it'll be right here. Right here. So the tongue actually sticks out further. So I got to go like back this far. So it means the tongue's going to come down around the neck a little bit, which is fine. I planned on it doing that. I just kind of need to do a point of reference in my head where this is going to set. This is thicker in the back to give me something to crush to. Once this is a one shot, I think I got one shot to do this. So I need to just kind of calculate right now with my calculator. The tongue goes in like this. It doesn't have to do anything special. Okay. It's I can do that right there. I might change the shape of it to where it's not so thick in the back, where it kind of is level all the way across. And I just kind of need to think really quick. Right here is the base where I'm going to be crushing it to this U thing. So here's the base of that, or the end of the mouth that's epoxy sculpt, is going to be pretty much just past this U thing. So that makes it, why don't I just do this? I'll make a little mark on this with the clean tool. They don't got green all over it. Okay, so we'll say that this is where this U thing has got to go. I just see that I made a mark on the bot with the bar itself, and this is the end. This is where the U thing, this right here, this tip, I'd like to be right here. It's important to me. I don't know why. Sometimes you get an idea in your head how you want to do something, and that's just how it is. So we'll do some brief little shaping for this tongue. I'll probably just flatten it out a little bit where it's not such a big, like a ramp. It's just a steady increase. If I make it a little flat to where it's kind of just shaped a little different. Uh-oh. Says my streaming is messed up. Is everybody, is the stream okay, guys? I would rather not do this one shot thing and then not have it recording. Okay, well, it says there's 4 viewers. Can someone confirm that you're hearing this and the stream is actually active, like that you can see what I'm doing? Because I don't want to. This is the coolest part of the whole project. I don't want it to be a messed up stream. I'll give you 30 seconds because I know there's a delay. Just if anybody can help me and tell me if it's visible, I would greatly appreciate that. Yes. I'm going to do surgery and cut this tongue and install it on this not dragon. It's a dinosaur. But first I need to know. Oh, hello? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Cool, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm really not just trying to fish for comments. I need to know. You can understand that this is an important thing. It froze for a second. It's good now. Yes! We're ready. I'm ready to do this. I should do it really quick before it messes up again. I'm pumped. We're doing the coolest part. This is the coolest part of this entire project. Who doesn't think so? You admit it. Every one of you, or whoever is here, you all have been waiting for this moment. So, any little details I should probably do, like, I don't want to sculpt it when it's on there. And as soon as I sculpt this, I'm going to put thin tape. Here's the piece. I cut it in half width. I'm going to secure it, okay? But it's got just a simple little dent, like a line going back like this. And, maybe not that simple. I don't like that. It's too much like a tool mark. You know what I'm saying? So here, maybe this will do it. That's a little better. Plus I can maybe go like this and soften it a little bit. And rub it. If you rub your tongue, it makes it shiny. It takes all the fingerprints out of it and stuff. What would be a smart tool that I can do? Don't get nervous now. You don't went live and we're doing this. So I'm gonna just kind of play with this, and I'll roll it this way, because I'm pretty much not going to do anything to this once it's all set, except throw it in the oven. And I don't really have anything set up to do after this, which I could like draw or do a little clay sketch or something. Now I got a really harsh line in that. Maybe a dotting tool. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out. I don't want this to look like crap. I probably just need to paintbrush it with the softener. Or just go like this a little bit. That'll look too bad. I don't know if I'm in focus or not. Oh, I just discovered that I need glasses. And I have glasses now. But I'm nearsighted, so the stuff right here is fine. I don't even need glasses for the stuff that's right in front of me. But all this time when I'm looking over across the room to the display, it never looks like it's in focus. That's because I can't see. I went and saw an eye doctor, and for the first time ever, I'm wearing glasses. So hello. Oh, nice. It is nice too, isn't it? That's a nice tongue. It's a tongue. It's a dinosaur. Yeah, you see the texture and all. I don't know if you watched it from the beginning. I kind of did a little spin around thing. It's just super nice, and this is, I think, the coolest part of this is to, and I swear this is not like a Facebook video. I'm like, I'm gonna put this together, and I just take 8 hours to do that. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I'm just trying to gather myself because I have one shot, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I need to. What I was saying earlier is there's a U right here where the wire comes out like this and it goes around like this. Okay, and I wanted the base, the end of this epoxy sculpt shell, and this epoxy sculpt shell to go to the end of that base, like that. Oh, you can see that. See how that is? Or it can pass it just a wee bit. And the teeth might be in the way. I might need to take those teeth out. Do you see how I don't have much space? If I want the mouth to be closed, that's way too much space back there. I need a big, thick part to the tongue back there, which I can do. But I kind of wanted to have its mouth open a little bit. I think that would be pretty cool. And I'll show you, I'll bring it around and show you different angles and stuff after I get it set. But you're gonna, at least you're seeing what I'm doing as a side view. This is a me only view right now, setting it. But back to this tongue thing. I know this wire can go inside here. That's fine. Where I squeeze this down. Oh, this is also relevant too. I set it down in this jaw thing, and that's how I determine how far this is gonna go. Because here's the back of the epoxy sculpt thing. It's still long enough to where the tip of the tongue it'll be hidden inside that. Okay. And I was just saying that I might have an issue with it not being thick enough in the back. So why don't I actually take action with that? What I'll do is I'll flatten it. I'll squish this in like this. I'm gonna like this with my thumb. And what that's doing is it's just making it bigger. More bigger. That's more bigger round. And the reason being because if the mouth is closed like this, there's a big old hole back here. So would this give it something to bite? Barely. It ain't gonna be closed because that would be silly. I invented this technique so I can have open mouth sculptures. So it's gonna have its mouth open a little bit. But this just changed it dynamically a little bit and made it bigger in the back. And it could be somewhat oval to match the ovalish shape. I want it to be kind of like a smooth ordeal when it gets crushed onto there. So for the next step, I'm going to slice this with this hobby knife down the middle. I'm just going to kind of open up the tongue because I'm a doctor. I do tongue surgery. I'm just opening up a little bit, but I can stick the wire down in there if needed. Yeah, because I could put the bottom on first and then just smash the top down there. So how does this look? This is what's going on. I just opened this up. I just thought, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm supposed to watch the comments and all. I get sometimes I focus on what I'm doing. All right, so how is this little slot doing? This is just so I can see. This, believe it or not, is so I can see where this is. But I can stick the wire into that tongue, the clay. It ain't gonna hurt anything. So what we got going on here? We know. Let's double check this. This is the bottom. I'll put it in there. Just like that. Nothing fancy. It just sits in there like this, right? It pretty much occupies that space. It's just the way it is. And here's the base, the end of that epoxy sculpt. So now we want this wire to go to that mark still. Because remember I crushed it from earlier? I just kind of squished it down and everything. Just double checking that. The little mark I just made, this little thing, is where this is going. That's what I would like to happen. That's my goal. My internet is bad. Yeah, my internet is bad too. Unfortunately, mine shouldn't be. I'm the one streaming, so my bad. I'm gonna turn this way, which looks like an even better angle for y'all. And all I gotta do is I gotta center this on. I don't want to put my ugly face in the camera. So I pushed it to the end right here. Boom! It stops here. Okay. But this line, this little, I don't know if you can see it. This little where I stabbed it needs to go back quite a bit further. Man, I don't want to mess this. I'm gonna just slice this more, just a little bit. It can technically be pushed down in there too. Let's see what this does. It's a lot closer. So here I gotta go, it looks like a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch. I don't know, I'm terrible at distances. I need to just kind of stick it on there and get on with it. Let's just try it, okay? Right about there. That's awesome. And it didn't pop out anyway over here. Yay! Now, I just mentioned that he's going to have like an angle to his head, almost like he's tilting, he's looking cute. It's okay, it's intentional. Honestly, if I just get this thing on here, stuck on here, and it stays, and I get to bake it, and I'll construct the outer part of the head with this other clay. It'll be a little mound where the eyes go and everything. That'll be in another stream. But now that I got this on here, that wire, this dot, here's the end of that thing. So let me look aside you. It's there. It's almost there. It's a wee piece more. Just a itty bit more. Alright, that's really good. And it's on there. It's good stability. It doesn't rock back and forth and everything. Alright, cool. How do you know so much? Oh, I don't know anything. Man, I'll be honest. I'm a pretty honest person. I am self-taught, and I make all this up as I go. It's like Whose Line, that where the points don't matter, or I don't know. That might be before your time. I'm kind of old. I don't know. I'm no professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very humble, but I'm not afraid to tell you if I like something. And I'll tell you right now, this freaking looks really good. It reminds me of my elephant. I did even better texturing. Not enough time, to be honest. Depending on how, when I set this on here and I crush it down on here, and I get it all set and taped, I'm going to tape it just to make it stable. I may do some more lining and stuff. And I could probably do that live, but I really should be preheating the oven. No hurry on that. I'll probably bake this for a half an hour, because this is pretty thick and this is solid clay that I filled. Probably should go for a longer than that. But I'll be baking it again when I construct the outer part of this, because there's going to be green clay that goes over this, and plus a mound for the eyeballs to sit on. It's going to be, if you haven't noticed or guessed, for anybody new, because you just said you just subbed, does this look familiar to you? It's the Good Dinosaur. I watched this a while ago, and it's like really no story. It's just like this visual adventure, and where he meets this little caveman kid guy thing. There he is. Well, mine looks different. Mine has texturing all over it, and that one really doesn't. It has very minimal texture, so, I'm just building my own. I was inspired by the Good Dinosaur. But we're not really calling it that. It's just a dinosaur that's green, and I made it good. So it's not, whatever. I'll worry about all that other stuff later. So I just closing this up on there. Okay. And I'll check the other side. And I'll show you what I'm doing on over here. I'll do over here. I did take my big thumb that's probably in the way. Oh, that's not. That's in the shot. And rub it like this. That line's now gone. And I'll do that too. The dot. But I can still see it. I know. My memory. It's in my memory. Now look how, see how that's nice right here? Alright. Making him nice. That's why he's skinny. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not an actual real dinosaur. The concept is it's a cartoon. So maybe the next dinosaur I make will be a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a raptor, and I'll actually try to make it a real one. That way everybody can be like, "Nope, Tom, you didn't do it," or you knocked it out of the park. Whatever the case is. So now I'm putting the bottom on here first. I know this goes on. And this is, I'm getting excited. This is super tacky clay right here. I mixed TLS into it. It's a little bit of the sculpting compound. This stuff, which is this is the rare, super rare Kickstarter clay, because I crawled underneath a rock and I hid for like 5 or 6 years, or I don't know how long these guys have been out. But I helped beta test this clay. I still have 2 pounds of untouched block of beta clay. Nobody in the world has this clay. I have the rarest clay in the world. Sorry, I'm excited about what I'm doing, so the energy is, I brought the energy. Alright, so I squished this like this. It's actually on there really quite well. Okay? Now the top goes onto that. And this is already looking good. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm hopeful. No, it's because it has to crush. I have to crush it and it'll squeeze all that. And I wish I really could. Really wish I could have a better angle. Should I bring it up higher? Well, here's where it's focused. The back of the teeth should line up. So it's something like this. Or maybe not. Does it have to? There's no law. There's no like tooth fairy police are going to be like, Tom, you didn't line them teeth up. I'm a tooth fairy and I'm telling you, I've seen many teeth and they ain't like, no, it's not like that. Alright, so this is, I'm just kind of looking at it dead on. Like, hi, how you doing? Looking, you can't see it. Or maybe you can. Maybe you can. Hold on. Of course, the camera's down low, okay? And there's no angle that's going to give this justice. I'll do a way awesome cool shots when it's all done. I may even do a YouTube short where I walk around with my little phone. So anyways, this is cool. The mouth is not very open, but I haven't crushed it yet, and I can achieve that when I hold this in place. Here I'm gonna go. No, let me turn it somewhere. That's better. I want you to see it too, so I can still look. I'm looking dead on, and I need to look on it. Hold on, I need to see it from the side. Yes. Okay. It's in focus. God, it's got to be perfect. I'm gonna hit the focus. It's not like I'm excited or anything, okay? Alright. The front is level. I am going to, I'll look at the comments in a second. Crush this. Like that. And a little bit on the right side. I know I'm touching that teeth. How does that look over there on the left side? Okay, how do I do this? It looks even like this. Teeth are closer on this side. Little dinosaur, did your jaw get constructed weird? A little bit on the left side. Just trust the process. It'll look fine. Split the difference. Haha. Okay. So check this out. It's on there. And here's the front. I'll just turn it. Uh-huh. Keep in mind, what you're missing is the mound. The little mound that the eyes will be. That's a really fast, like, makeshift mound, okay? We're not being fancy right now. Here, look. A little bit better. Mound. And eyes will go on that. And there's a little nose right here. It's looking up. That way you can forever look up whoever owns this thing. This thing will be for sale when I'm done, because I'm trying to make a living. Anybody watching, if you ain't a member, all kidding aside, you would be part of the elephant family. And just like elephants never forget, I'll never forget that type of support. We have 6 members. We've had 6 members for 2 months now, which is so sad. So sad. But you don't have to. Just watching this is good enough for now. Just throwing that out there because I'm supposed to. And if you did join, it'll show like this thing. Like, you'll get a little avatar or whatever. But this, listen, I don't even think I need to tape this. The tack is so good. Tack, what I mean by tack is the stickiness of clay. See, this has been ran through the posh machine, but 3 days ago. So, do you see how that doesn't really... That's why I recondition. I'm not using any of this, but if I do this a little bit and I get a condition on it, the tack will come. Now it's not, it's like, but you can actually get it really hyper conditioned actually to where the tack is good. So beyond that, I went a step further and I mixed TLS, translucent liquid Sculpey, into all of the green and some of this stuff and the tongue. The tongue is, like I said, this clay with a piece of red mixed into it. Okay. And TLS. Just it's not a necessity. It's just me trying to achieve tack. Let me look down on this thing really quick. Not in that way. I think I'm being positive. I would never look down on you. I'm just trying to make your jaw right. All right. Sometimes it's good to, oh my God, or gosh, I'm really, really liking this. And sometimes it's tricky because you got to remember, clay is going to wrap this. It's going to get wrapped with clay, like that. You know, not like that. You get the idea. All right, comments. Nice. I understand that. Cool. Thanks for chatting with me, by the way. Keep me company. A lot of people like to just watch. They don't really like to say anything. Probably because I'm so weird. But that's cool. It's cool. Everything's so cool. And even looking at the back of the mouth right here, it's all finished work in there. I don't have to do anything because of the manner I construct this. And since you're a new subscriber, you can actually go back and watch these streams. It's plenty to watch. It's like hours. I did this entire thing live. So that's pretty cool, I think. Notice that their tongue is sticking out the back. Cool. Yeah, I'm being fun tonight. There's been some streams where I kind of doom and gloom because this is the way I'm trying to support myself. It means a lot. There's a lot that I'm going without right now. I have bad teeth and I have some things in the house that needs to be fixed and stuff that y'all is really not even relevant. Y'all shouldn't even hear. But this is how I'm supporting myself. And with ad revenue, I make anywhere from 30 cents to 80 cents a day. That's not even a clever hobby. Which is cool, you know. I'm returning. I'm getting everybody back again. So tell your friends, maybe one day if you feel it's worth it, become a member, become part of that elephant family. Um, there is a couple few members. I got a few. Sometimes they show up and they say hi, and you can see what their thing looks like, their avatar and all. It changes color as time goes by, which shows dedication and all. But this sticks out the back. And I mentioned it again. I won't mention it anymore. I'm sorry. The thing I smashed this down onto sticks out the back. This is fine. This will all be built out with this clay, which I'm not going to do that right now. I mean, I could, because it's such a big area that's missing. I could just add a little bit, like right here, just to fill it in. I'll make sure it's shallow, a little shallow. This is a sheet of clay I used in my wife's KitchenAid pasta machine. I think it's setting halfway. It was setting halfway, half thickness, which is different than your hand cranky thingy. So as long as this is more shallow than that, when I go to do the next coat, it can even overlap the new coat when I go down on this. Or when I move down, when I put the clay and I, oh my goodness, I am so freaking awkward. So checking out this again. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I can't believe how it feels too. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't do anything though. Do I need to do this? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want it to, because when it's in the oven, he has a toothache, so I helped him. I'm a dinosaur doctor, tooth doctor, and I'm like, yeah, Mr. Good Dinosaur, what happened is you have a bad tooth. I will I'm trying to look ahead, think ahead, right? Let's look at the back of that. No, your butt's in the way. There you go. Right there is the best I can do. You see how it kind of comes out here and it's a little thick? Let me just cut some of this off. Why? Because it seems like a good idea. That way it's not this big bulky thing that I have to, I don't know what the dynamics of the sculpting of that part is going to be. And yes, his head's going to be, listen, his head is at an angle. But it looks so freaking good. I just think it does. Oh, that's cool. You don't have to, no, it's nothing like that. Actually, you know what? You don't have to join at all. Watching my videos and, like, some of them all the way through. Like, if you could watch a live stream tonight, I have one that's 5 hours. It gives me watch time, and it'll help me keep up with that, because that's what I've been struggling with. I haven't had many. Oh my goodness, I got 7 people watching right now. I streamed one night with one person watching, and it was like, it didn't really help me much for watch time. But no, just watching the videos when I make them is plenty good enough. I just throw that out there, uh, you know, because I'm supposed to. Google says, the more you mention it, the more it's supposed to happen. But I don't see it happening. I'm not putting any pressure on anybody to become a member at all. I can finagle this. Like, if it seems like it's weird, sometimes you can offset it. Like, maybe I can build out more clay on this side and have it a little shallower on this side if I need to change how it looks. The nostrils, it's got nostrils. You can kind of see it right there. But I'll put a piece of clay there so you can see exactly where these nostrils are. And me. Why not? It's not going to be permanent. They ain't going to stay there. I'm not going to keep them there. This is how he breathes. He's not like a, what has horns? A cow? A bull? That's his nose. It's just to help show me the placement of those holes. They're very precise holes. I used a drill bit, and I did a lot of like talking and planning. So let me tilt him. Let me tilt it. That's not bad. It's not bad, like with the mouth and everything. Plus, my angle is a lot different. Y'all are down low right now, which let me change that really quick because I don't necessarily have to end the stream. How long is the stream going? Sometimes it tells me, and other times it just says I'm having a bad signal. It's not very helpful. Something on this screen. Oh, maybe. 40 minutes? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is nothing but a Facebook video where you ever watch that on Facebook where like, okay, we're gonna pop this bubble and they got the thing right here and the thing's right there and like all I gotta do is I'm gonna and it's like 8 minutes and then finally it's just boop and the thing's over. That's because they're trying to get watch time too. And that's what they need to become partnered and make money and all that. It's so annoying because usually it's something that doesn't help you, or you're just basically they're stealing time from you. I'm not doing that right now. I'm showing you this the different angles of it. I guess that's an okay camera angle. This doesn't seem like it's gonna do anything. I really got that on there. The tack is really, really good. But I can do a little more texturing. I planned on just doing that and ending the stream. I even said it's going to be a super short stream. But man, I'll be honest with y'all. I didn't texture this nearly as long as I should have. I literally just did some super fast stuff and it looks good. I mean, you probably can't see it because of the shine. Once it's baked, it'll lose its sheen. But once I seal it, it'll gain its sheen back. It'll be final. I can't go back and texture this after it's baked. So like if I redo a line like that, and I got a paintbrush. What I use is this and the clay softening agent. This has got like a little bit of stuff on it already. Anywhere it's like too faint, or maybe too deep, you can just, the more you do it, the lines will disappear and you'll lose lines. So what happens is you got to go back and redo lines. So like right here, I don't know if this is even something like that. That's gotta be, I'll use some softener. I'll do it right here on this. Really, I need to clean this brush. Okay, so if I'm saying that, I'm not using that brush, it's all gummed up. I use Dawn, a little bit of Dawn water, and you gotta be careful when working with colored clay. And that's what this is. It's colored clay, and this is gonna be finished results when I'm done. If I use this brush, for example, it's been cleaned, but I use this to smooth that purple lizard that I got. And no matter how much I wash this with Dawn, if I go to doing this with this, it's going to put purple on there, and it will mess up this beautiful dinosaur. Unless you're trying to deliberately stain it with other colors, you can do that. So typically, you want to start with a new brush. This was a brand new brush, which I can go wash right now in the sink, but not while y'all are alive. I didn't get y'all on here just so I can go wash a brush. I'll just grab another brush. I bought this value pack from Walmart. It's like $1 billion brushes. Some of those really big, wide brushes are not really practical. Like I wouldn't really use them for anything. But my wife said she would use them, so that's good. But I was like, for almost like $1 more, I can get this 5-pack versus all of them, and they're all nylon or Teflon. These are plastic. They're not horsehair or um, uh, human hair. Not human hair. Whatever kind of hairs they use for brushes, right? I'm distracted. But you can take out all the brushwork, makes this look almost magically, like so professional. I'll do a little piece. What I'll do is I'll do a piece that actually could use it. This is really nice right here. This leg is nice. This leg's, how are you, leg? Let me see. Um, let me just look it over really quick and see where I can do some stuff to it. Honestly, those don't look all that bad. However, I wouldn't mind doing some more on the back up here. So let me see. I'm not going to get any more height with this. And the camera is upside down right now. Oh no, what do I do? Alright, so I can't do the top, or can I? I tilt it a little bit? Anywhere. Let me try to do something. I'll do it right here. This area right here. I'll redo some stuff. Some texturing. Texturing is kind of weird. I'm still learning how to do it. I got a lot of lines going like this, like around, and you do basically it's lines that run like this and lines that run like this, and there's usually a third line. So you don't really wind up with triangles. It's like these little pieces and stuff. Um, Texturing skin, this is what I've been saying, is rather easy. You just do these three different angles, but making it believable how skin bends and folds and stuff. Like for instance, I know I have deep creases right here because that's where when he moves his knee and stuff, he's got his knee up a little bit, so it would be deeper right here. So I go like this and re-emphasize these areas that I lost from texturing. So there we go, I'm doing it. I'm actually doing something. But it's so finished looking, and I'm just nervous. I'm ready to go bake this thing. So I'll go like this. And maybe redo this one. And bring it down onto the tail like this. And I'll go like this. Down onto the tail a little bit. So it's the way the skin folds and stretches and stuff is super weird. That's the hardest thing. Making skin texture is easy, but making it believable, like it looks like it moves certain ways, it's a challenge. I'm still learning it, to be honest. So go it like this. Preferably not some super smooth line like that. And another one, something like that. Okay, I said there's a couple freckles on this. I didn't know if I was going to leave them or not because it's the only. I'll probably cut them off, or if someone says no, leave them, whatever, I'll do that. Because I take the input from what people are saying. In fact, my three-headed dragon that I did was actually a one-headed dragon, and I got a comment on my video saying that would actually be cool as a three-headed dragon. And I'm sitting there reading the comment, and I'm like, yeah, it would. I'm totally doing that. And it was simple. All I had to do was cut it back, take the clay off the neck, and put 2 extra wires, you know, if you watch the series, you can see that is not a stream. It's normal videos with really, really intricate time lapse. I put a lot of work into them older playlists. Uh, they're super cool. Well, I guess. I think they are. So I'm just kind of going back and doing different lines, crossing things and stuff. I don't know if you see what I'm doing. Hopefully this is in focus. It looks like it is. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I just found out that I need glasses, and because I'm nearsighted, so every time I look over at the monitor, what this is doing, the video is doing, it never looks good to me. That's why, because I can't see it. So I should have my glasses on now if I'm wanting to look over that. But I also have the actual display on the camera itself, which I can use. So then you just come back with this softener, and it takes the roughness, the cut look out of that what I just did. See right here, I did it right here, and you just, depending on how you, if we go like this, it'll smooth the clay. The more you do it, the more you're basically dissolving the clay, and it's evening everything out. You basically will get a slurry in there too, which fills in those cracks and crevices and stuff. So it's kind of like a balance. This is way messy. This would do nothing but like smear all of this and make it not nice. I got a nice new brush here, so I can at least fix this area that I just did. I also scratched it with this tool. Where'd that tool go? Was cutting it like this. But you can also just compress it, like use the side of the tool like this, and go like that, and it's a lot cleaner, but you're compressing the clay, which bulges it out, which may matter. So when I smooth that away, look how that instantly becomes like magic. It's the softener. It's several different factors going on. It's not just me knowing what I'm doing. I promise you, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe that's just me being humble. I think it's me being honest. I'm self-taught, and if you actually look at the history of the channel, I haven't even done that many projects, which means I haven't done that much sculpting because I don't sculpt off camera. Every time I disappear because of depression or real world things, or suffering from autism, I would, during that time, I wouldn't sculpt. I would just look at the clay and wish I could. Oh, that sounds sad. Not trying to bring the house down. Just trying to make a point that I never really sculpt off camera. But I might do some like cleaning, something like this. Because I did do, my last stream, I did texturing. I did a whole leg, I did part of a tail, I did the side right here. And it was all live. So there is that. The feet are all pretty much, you can see that down there. They're all pretty good. I basically took something like a flat knife-like tool and made sure that it's clean all the way around. I can do a slight little sanding on that too, and I brush them obviously everywhere. Your edges, you get your edges looking good on whatever it is in life. Usually you'll pass. I used to do stucco, and one of the guys that were teaching me, he was told me that he's like, listen, you make sure your edges look good. Don't leave no boogers on your corners and all, and then you'll pass. It'll be fine. I'm like, it was kind of an odd thing. Odd way to explain it, but yeah, even if you're your little pancakes and stuff that you're doing, whatever texture it is, As long as even if it's not good looking, if it's consistent, it'll most likely fly too. It'll work. Because believe it or not, a consistent ugly pancake is it still works. And we had buildings that were like $1 million, you know, that needed these big giant ugly pancakes on it because that's what they wanted, and they had to be consistent. Consistency is key, okay? And mind your edges, which is this down here. Um, because when you bake it, it's just a matter of you're just going to be sanding it then. I will not be able to come back with this brush and texture this. Do this what I'm doing right now after it's baked. Is that in focus? I can't see over there. Oh, cool. It looks good. I like it. I want to try to do this. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yes, you can absolutely use any of these videos, playlists, or whatever. I've actually had a lot of people make dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs, but dragons, actually. Um, they were, they used the project to help influence them. That's very beautiful. Thank you for saying that. I agree completely. You know what? I think that we're getting less and less God in our world around us is kind of being pushed out, and with that, we'll go with forgiveness too. There's not much forgiveness out there, and pushing for forgiveness is, I think, good. I'll always think that. I can't help but to think that. There's some roughness back here behind this leg I would like to fix. By fix, I mean basically melt the clay, work it down to where it's just a little more even. It's cool. You're using a tool to. Oh, that's not good right there either. Let me fix that. Any of these little spots that don't look good, I need to see them and try to fix them. Because, like I said, when I bake this, I'm going to have to bake this like this. I just set the mouth on this. And I don't want to do the covering it until I bake it. Because, it just makes more sense that way. But see, I decided to texture this too. So it's kind of a dilemma that I was in, because if I hadn't textured any of it, well then I need to add another layer of clay. This is just the only way, this is probably the best way for me to have done this project. I didn't use any extra TLS in there. Should be okay. I got a pretty good, in fact I can put some TLS on it. Why don't we do that? What I'll do, I want to add some TLS. This is TLS. It stands for translucent liquid sculpting. I try to be pretty, well, I'm just being me. I've been often referred to as Bob Ross, like the Bob Ross of clay, which is funny because I'm bald and he's not. But he's very, very like a relaxed type character. I'm going to take this TL translucent liquid sculpting. It's basically glue, like clay glue. And I'm going to see what I did there? I'm being clever here. I had really, really good tack. Remember how nice that all bonded together? But what I'm doing right now, let me put some right here and I'll make sure I'm not in the way. As far as the brush will go, up in there, and that won't really do nothing in itself, right? Because there'll still be a gap there. but I can then come back with some clay or any kind of clay. Really, the soft stuff. I have some really, really soft stuff. Let me use that. That would be much easier. It's right here. I'll grab a piece. It's almost too soft. It's for like making dolls and stuff. It's a specific color. I think this is called Fairy Light. But I can hyper condition this. I got a band-aid on my... I raked the yard the other day and I got a huge blister because I ain't done it in a while. I've had to stay off my leg because my leg is all messed up. Hyper conditioning it is just overly conditioning it to where it starts to... Look, watch. Do you see how it just kind of does that? And then you can put those together and make like a little bird. No. A happy little tree. This is super conditioned right now. But it's also really loose clay. The reason that's relevant is because I'm going to force it into this crack. It'll give extra stuff for this to hold together. Hopefully where it won't like come apart where I'm messing with it. I'll be real careful when I'm putting skin around this later. So to put this in there, I'll just make me a little snake like that. It's not really in the shot, is it? There we go. Alright, and then I'll pick this up, set it right here. That's in the shot. And I'm gonna, okay, just making sure y'all can see. It's important to me. I can see it, obviously, but I want y'all to see it. That's the whole purpose. And just kind of work it into that gap. So now I got TLS, which is a guaranteed bond. Okay, what do you use TLS for? You use TLS to adhere baked and unbaked pieces of clay. So say if I bake this, but then I want to come back and put like, make him a stegosaurus, like some fins in the back, I would paint TLS on the back. Just a thin film. And then I would put my parts on there and it would be way less likely to be able to tear those off. That's what it's for. But it's also, you can also use it between two unbaked pieces of clay, or just, laminating layers together, or you can use it anywhere, any time pretty much. You can also add color to it, and they actually come in different colors. Like you can get TLS in all the pretty much the common colors, which I have never bought anything like that. I would like to one day, because I could, the exploring those options would be pretty cool, what you could do. I'll be ordering some clay actually here soon, and of course it's going to be cosplay. Okay, I want to get this in there even better, so I got this dentist pick, and I'm gonna just go like this, like I'm trying to smash it in there. This is guaranteeing that some clay went in there. Then I'll bring the clay back. Maybe smush it down like even again. Just a little added measure, because when I bake this in the oven, this will be even more stability. And it only needs so much. It needs to just be able to handle when I'm handling it, when I'm putting this on, which I'll recondition this. It won't be this thick either. It'll be a thinner sheet. And I'll just be careful when I'm doing all of it. And I'll bring the edge of the lip, the green, See, I'll cut a clean. Let me cut a clean line so you can see what I'm talking about. Of course, this is super thick. See, like this would be the edge of its mouth. Whoa, it definitely wouldn't be that thick. And it would go obviously around the bottom and everything, and it would, same thing with the top. This would be like, depending on how much gum I want to show. If he's super aggressive, you'd have like a large, like if it's a shark, you'd have a lot of gum showing. Of course, those are not aggressive teeth. This is a friendly dinosaur. It's a good dinosaur. And that's why he has teeth like this. He ain't a killer. He's a leaf eater. Let me look at the other side. I'm actually glad I thought about doing that, adding some extra TLS in there. And of course I have the contact area where this was smashed on, which is very little, actually. So doing that in the back, adding that in the back, is actually rather smart. Let me focus. Ooh, I touched the... Ooh, I just got that stuff on my lint, on my view thingy. Ooh. I gotta act like I care about this camera. I just recently upgraded my camera. Because, no. What's going on here? Is that in focus? I'm pressing set. Goodness. Set. No. Let me look at the TV. Alright, sorry, that's in focus. It's just doing something weird. I pressed the set button, and it was bringing out other functions, like a side menu. So let's push this clay. Make sure we get, this is the side of it that I probably didn't get it very well. The more I get it in there, the more this is going to be. I'll have a really good lockdown on this. Like the bottom. You know what? I'll do a tiny piece at the bottom too. Where's that TLS? Over here. Just right here. I don't got much room. Make sure their TLS is there. And then just cover it with some of this. You could almost say that we're welding it with that TLS. We're welding it. And this is going to be, it's going to be as thick as this, pretty much. Not that thin. So as long as I'm under grade, meaning below the surface level, I'm just golden. It don't matter. We're good. And you see how soft that clay is. It's good for this. It's good for filling in. Can I do a little on the bottom, I wonder? Kinda. I'll do the other side of the bottom there too. And then I am probably going to cut this stream short. It was supposed to be a quick stream, but I'm just kind of hanging out. I wanted to hang out with everybody. I miss you guys. It's been a few days, and I just was so ready to do this part right here. Excuse me. So let me see if I can get a good angle for here. And still looks like it's in focus. I am terrible at... What are you gonna name him? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'll name him. It really don't matter. I'll probably be offering it for sale on my Etsy store, which I'll post a video, or like I'll let everybody know in some way or another. I don't know for how much or whatever. Obviously not $1 million, but probably not $10. like I have a hard time selling things for any amount of money because I just want to give it away pretty much. I don't know, maybe $50 or something. Honestly, it's probably worth more than that. It'd be a one of a kind, the only in the world like it, which is that in itself is kind of significant. But if you're a fan or if people think anything of me personally, having a piece of artwork could make it even more uh, impressive or valuable. So I don't know, you know. I don't know, you know. I'll just have to see. Let me get another piece of that soft clay and I'll put it right there in the back of that. I'd show you like this, but his button is away. There, you can see that right there. And grab more than one little piece. And then we'll call it a night. My longest stream, my record stream is 5 hours. I got on here, I don't even know what it was I did. I'm really sorry it's taken so long. But it was a really, really good stream. I even got a member during that stream. And anyways, here, see, when I keep putting the TLS on here like this, like that, and I run it up on that right there, if I do it on both surfaces like this, even though this is green clay. Well, okay, it's green obviously, but what I mean by green is unbaked. That's a term you use for clay that hasn't been baked or fired, that it's greenware. It just so happens the color of this clay is green too, so I don't want to confuse anybody. Okay, I'm putting it on this unbaked clay. This green part that I put here, you just watched me put this piece here. This was already here. All of this is not baked. And I run the TLS up here on this, right? So it's on from here to here. Oh, you can see there. From here to here is gooey TLS. So if I put this piece right here, it's not quite enough, and basically run it onto both of those surfaces, that's a weld. It's a bond. It's bonded. That clay is so soft that I can just gently touch it and it's floating out everywhere it needs to. So I don't even know if that's the current formula of that clay, if it's like firmer now, if you buy it. But I'm actually super happy with, I'm going to do in the bottom of them too, but you can't see that. I mean, I could change the camera angle. $54. $54? I could. I might. If you pay attention and follow me, you might see it listed for that. I don't know. I have to give it honest thought. Really, I have to make sure it don't blow up or die somehow in the oven. You know, make sure I actually have a final product when I'm done. I can't say I'm going to sell it when it's not done yet. So, if it turns out good, like really good, and I really, really evaluate it and I like it, I don't know, it wouldn't be no more than 100. It's not a very big thing. I put a lot of time into it. I suppose. I'm going down here. I could change the camera angle so you can see, but it's basically what I was just doing. I'm putting this TLS on there. Just adding a kind of like a weld that goes around this, and it's just kind of encapsulating the top and bottom shell. This is another example. The shell is basically epoxy sculpt, which is a two-part clay that it gets hard like a rock, like metal almost, on its own. It doesn't require an oven. So what I did is I took a piece of foil and perforated it, or I coated it in the epoxy sculpt like this, and then I took and scored it or perforated it so this can technically be separated, and then I'm supposed to make a little circle in the back too so it can be opened up. But this is a technique I use. It's like one of my things. I'm not saying it's mine, I invented it, but it's how I made my piranha plant. It's the same thing. If you watch the piranha plant, I don't know if you're familiar with Mario. I'm pretty sure there's a little plant that comes out of a pipe, and he goes, and if you land on him wrong, it'll kill you. Or some of them shoot fire. It's called a piranha plant. Um, I made one of those, and it was gorgeous. And I tried to ship it to another YouTuber, and it died. It got destroyed in the mail. It wasn't rubber like this. This is a rubberized clay. If I drop this off a building, it'll bounce. However, don't drop this because it's got a large epoxy sculpt skeleton that could break underneath this clay. You should be careful with any kind of art. It's not intended to be thrown around or chewed on by a dog or anything like that, you know? You just gotta be careful. Treat any kind of art delicately, and you'll be good to go. But had I made that piranha plant with this clay, it wouldn't have. It would have survived that shipping. It was my fault. I packed it the dumbest way possible, the dumbest way humanly possible. I'll admit it. I screwed up. I messed up packing it. I basically made it stationary with the box instead of it floating in peanuts. So the first time the box was set down rough, it probably just shattered. Even if I did it, even if I made another one with epoxy sculpt and I deliberately shipped it inappropriately, like where I knew it would break normally, this is all rubber. Rubber flexes, which also means it has strength. So I put tape there, it's kind of in the way, but there's really no more that I can do to that. I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven, and I'm going to get this guy baked. I don't even think I'm going to do any more with the texturing. I'm really happy with how the texturing's turned out. I would like to show you, I don't want to drop it, but tilt it a little bit. You see the angle to it. The neck, I try to go out as far as I can, so it has a pretty decent length for a neck, I think. There's a good side view to it, and I'll do a actual level view. That's pretty cool. It's just the angle. He's tilting his head a little bit. You have to see it from overhead, which I can't do an overhead shot right now because my camera is not set up for that, unfortunately. However, this is pretty much the conclusion to this stream. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. Relatively short stream. We got this on there. We got it on here in 1 hour, and we got it secured. It's on there nice. I'm going to bake this, and we did a little bit of texturing. I did some more texturing live so I can show y'all guys. That's got TLS on there, so I'm not gonna. And I don't know if I should take these little freckles off or not. They're nowhere else. It basically, you just take a tiny little piece of clay like this, like a ball, and then, like if I wanted to put one right here, you just touch it, keep tapping it, and you get like this natural looking mole, which is kind of cool. But then when you paintbrush it with the softener, it even makes it even more I kind of like it, but it's just I just don't know. Sometimes you want to go for simplicity, but just for visual demonstration, I can show you another one really quick. Do you see how that's kind of really... First of all, there's no fingerprints on that anymore. I just brushed them all away. And it's bonded on there. The softener will help it stick too, but the TLS is far more effective on making pieces. Like if I did another one with a little, like a teeny spot of TLS, like boop, like a little bit, and then I put that on there, and I tried to dig them off after it was baked, this one will come off easier than this one, the one with the TLS. It's just, it's science. It's just how it is. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead. Yes, this is the end of the stream. I appreciate. I'm just checking out the comments. Yeah, it's getting a little late for me. I'm gonna do my late night bowl of cereal, and I'm gonna bake this, and it'll be really soon. Now that this is all put together, I'm gonna wanna finish this off, which is the, remember the head, the mound for the eyes. I'll have a better camera angle, maybe a little further away, and am I zoomed in any? Oh, I am. Ah, don't look at the messy stuff. But there's it at a more of a distance. That helps a little bit. You can see how it does have like a characteristic like little lean, like it's gonna be a happy little dinosaur. I'm so thrilled. Anyhow, thank you for thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It's hard to take compliments because I don't really see myself as good sometimes. But if it is good, I'll say like this is good. I did good on this. But sometimes I get lucky. Anyhow, thank you for everybody who stopped by, and for the few future people watching this. Thank you for supporting me by watching my videos. If you're new, um, consider subscribing and watching some other stuff. It would help me out a lot with watch time. Um, Other than that, thank you guys, and I will see you here again soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end the stream. Y'all have a good night or day, wherever you are.